Hey guys, it's the Trucking Gamer here with you, aka Chris. Sitting here on Ohana Farms again, Ravenport. Last night, if you weren't watching the live stream, you missed a big accident. So we had a landscaping truck coming down this main road. This is basically the main artery through Ravenport, if you're not familiar with Ravenport. This is right north of the animal dealer. It's kind of like the property you see off the front end of the OPP truck here. And the silage pit is right behind the red F550. So the landscaping truck, the white one in between the poles up there, he was basically, minding his own business, driving the speed limit, coming down this road right here, and he loses control of the vehicle, and luckily he's okay. But the fact that he has a bunch of prior incidences on his record, the Royal Mounted Police also came out to make sure that there was no drugs or DUIs involved or anything like that. So they got all the accesses blocked down, an emergency trailer here to block traffic from accessing the scene, which only left this dirt road open, which is great. Didn't really affect silage or logging at all because they could just go up there and around the corner. But this does affect the bottom line for the farms because this is landscaping's truck, and now Service and Development has to figure out how they're replacing that. And we also have to get it out of here because, let's face it, the server's in real time. This road has been shut down for 12 hours. It's either an annoyance or there's some equipment that somebody wants to use. So by police order, this is confiscated to be used as a blocker. There's nothing they could do. There's money sitting on this trailer forestry. They want it back. They want it back for their productivity, and they also want it back so they can sell what's on there. So we want to get that back to them. We also want to get back to our job that we have in process down at the animal farm, which is down here. So let's just take a quick jump down there. And oh, right through the water. Nice. All right, so you can see it. You can already see it from here. That's the last. This is the first cut of the project area that's marked off. We're going to try and flatten as much of this right here as we can inside this plowed area, and try and get rid of just a little bit more of this grass, and then we're going to start lowering this. Normally, we would bring in some chaff and cover all of this covered land right here, but we're not doing that because just for the simple fact that if you look at how big this mountain is right here, the logic behind it is that this mountain is massive, and just this mountain alone, not including that there's a huge incline on this side as well, back here, we figured there wouldn't be a use for dirt. If anything, you'd probably have dirt removed. And the reason I mentioned that every stream, just for the new people, everybody, there's lots of repeating yourself just because of how many rules and systems are set. A little bit about this channel. It's a cooperative role-playing channel, and we do our best to make sure we're using realism in every department of the farm, of the map, sorry. The map has 5 major farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a landscaping farm. They're basically in charge of cutting grass. They get paid for taking grass to silage and dumping it. They get paid by the city. Silage then turns that into, or just turns that grass into silage. They sell it. They make the money in game. They also make a profit reselling the grass back to Service and Development for projects like I just said. So we don't have a dirt mod, we don't have a gravel mod, we don't have a texture mod like that yet. So what we're doing is we're using chaff for dirt. As soon as we have the ability to cover areas with actual gravel, we know that we can terraform, and we know all that. But just terraforming is way too fast. So what we do is we bring out as much material as we can. We can simulate as much as we possibly can, and then we give the players what they want. And it brings people back every single day, because now they can't just go into their single player and get tired of playing that way and get it. Nobody's here is going to do that. Nobody's going to give you that because nobody's ever had it. So like I've never broken a rule and said, I feel sorry for you animals because you've been playing here for like a month and a half and you're still struggling. Sorry. Like, let's figure something else out. Let's figure out another income. Now you say, how does a farm with 9.5 million struggling? That's because this money right here is overhead money. All money to buy fuel, maintenance, those kinds of things that are in-game that are required. Your seeds, your lime, your herbicide, all of that. That was to get them started. That was like a country bailout because the city of Ravenport wasn't even a city at first. It wasn't even here. It was just farms doing their best to survive in a city that basically was in complete ruins and still is. It can't support its own fuel system, its own power supply, which is the BGP. The BGP is in disrepair and cannot be used until it hits until the city hits 25 million. Once the city hits 25 million, the BGP will be open and they will be able to sell here. Until 25 million, these posts will stay here and it will be an automatic kick-in ban if you're caught selling here. That's how serious we are about the role play. The reason for that is because once Silage has all their top equipment, which they got 4 trucks and 2 crones and a mower, and I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch of other stuff because we have about 100 pieces of equipment on this map, so it's pretty tough. But they have the stuff to get going. They only have 1 piece of equipment left to be running at optimal. That's what I'm being told by the person who is operating that. That's Big H. He's taking care of Silage at the moment. If you care to join Silage, look how dead it is. We could definitely use some people right now. If you play real, if you play with respect to the people around you and the land, you treat the machines like they're machines, you're going to fit in here. Don't worry about all the rest of the stuff. Just get in here, get your feet wet, get some work done, and we'll all fit in, and then we'll showcase you here. For people who are aspiring to be YouTubers, who wants to show their farm simulator videos and they're just not getting any likes, you're not getting any response from anybody, this is a giant collab without all the planning. It's all in one place. We come here, we do our jobs, we trust everybody that the next person up is going to just do the next thing, the next right thing, just like your sports team. Your quarterback gets hurt, your backup quarterback comes in, you don't expect him to be playing like a backup quarterback, you expect him to be playing like a superstar. That's what we get here. When Silage goes to bed and the next guy jumps on, he doesn't come on and there's a bunch of big surprises. Everything is mission accomplished. So every farm has their own missions. They have their own amount of money. None of these farms have $1 million yet. They had some. These two here did. Animals and cotton. They had over $1 million yesterday, but they have spent money. Cotton. We're gonna head over to cotton real quick. Nico's over there. So just want to give you guys a rundown of like big things changed over at cotton yesterday. Returned 2 cotton harvesters. Therefore, freeing up a lot of money that he didn't need. He only needed 1 cotton harvester, mainly because when he took over the farm, he changed cotton. Cotton was on. It was mandatory. It's always mandatory that this farm here do cotton on one of the fields they own, and they own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, and 17. One of those fields has to have cotton. 16 and 17 are combined. That's basically one field. 4 and 5 is one field. Not to say that he couldn't split it at all, but those are basically his fields. And he has to have cotton somewhere on there. That's the rule of the server. And the reason for that is because there's people that live in this city that aren't us. They need their clothing and all of that. And it also gets his farm used to producing that for when factories come out. We're probably not going to be on this map when factories come out. This is I'm getting to the meat and potatoes, the main point of all of us working our asses off, just in 1 second. So, Nico upgraded his harvesters to Kloss Lexans 780 and 760, and they don't look like they're here, so they're gone. And then he had this delivered on last night's stream. So if you guys are interested, near the end of last night's stream, we're definitely working on getting some moderators, guys, where they can tag the important parts, because our stream yesterday was 24 hours, and there might not have been something going on all the time. So we're going to try and tag you with the times of when that's going to happen, or when the action is. or where there might be something that you like to see. So if you guys are viewers and you want to help out other viewers and you see something interesting, tag the time, and how you do that is just the number and then the colon sign and then the other two numbers of what time it is in the video. So if you see something at 15 minutes and 10 seconds into the video, you type 15 semicolon 10 enter, and it will link that time in the video and people can go straight to it. So it doesn't look like his equipment's here, but he was really busy. Lots of deliveries, and the one thing that changed on all the farms also last night is everybody got a portable ramp, because I'm a truck driver and I personally like the look of the flatbed when you load it up, and I also believe that we had some problems with the in-game lobe loader. Two of us had it on two different farms, and we both agreed that there was something going on that wasn't right. I'm not saying that that's the game's fault. It might be server related, it might be conflicting with some other mod we have, but it just wasn't worth it, and I'm waiting for another low boy option. But for right now, and also these will become permanent, no matter what, every single one of these farms is getting a permanent ramp somewhere, and they don't know when I'm going to show up with the service truck to do this job. If he leaves this ramp right here, this is where he's getting his permanent one when I show up. That's basically how it operates, how that's going to operate, because I have such a long list at service and development of things that need to get done that I can play this whole map without even adding any more, likely. So if you guys like role playing, you want to be involved in, like, you know, like maybe the game's boring to you as far as like sowing and plowing and cultivating and then harvesting. If that part's boring to you, come on down. We got something for you. We'll teach you how to, you know, drive trucks slowly, load them up properly, strap them down, have police escorts, do deliveries, run, you know, you can run fully loaded trucks for people. You can be a full-time truck driver here. If you don't, if all you know how to do is drive, you don't really don't like any of the other stuff, we got jobs for you there. Don't be shy. Come check us out, guys. We're definitely worth playing with. The community's awesome. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump in our regular voice channel, which I have to warn you, we do ask that every single person be treated with respect in our chat room, and that everything stay moderately PG-13. But there is a time that we will drop some foul language and also some mature content. But this is a mature server. Mostly everybody here is employed and a parent and has other responsibilities, and we're definitely a mature community. So that's what you're going to get here. We are going to try and respect that we have viewers of all ages, but just a fair warning. So I'm going to jump in there and head over to YouTube and see what's going on in the chat real quick. John. No, John. He's got his mic muted. Alright, so everybody, Gloria is a great addition to John's membership, and she has her own membership now. She's her own entity. She's as important to us as John is. John is a admin here. He's also known as Short White Gamer on Steam. You can find him there. He's doing an awesome job with animals. He's basically taken it from the ground up, from making $1,500 transactions to having $1 million in his account. It's just due to the fact that, you know, we all continuously think about our farm and how we can make it better. I know that I do. Here's one of the cloths right here, and Nico's standing in the field, and I know why he's standing in this field right here. Oh, I just got killed with that swath right there. Reason why Nico is standing right here instead of being in here is because what's in here, he won't let me look at his ass. But yeah, so what's in the back pocket is way more important than going AFK in his truck. So going AFK in his truck means that he pays a huge fine. And when you pay fines, guys, the money, fines and taxes, like, we have it all, guys. You know, you get get slammed with a ticket in this game, you roll something over, you lose the equipment, you pay for the damages, you pay for property damages, and all of that goes to tax. And where that tax goes is right here to the city of Ravenport. And the city of Ravenport, we're trying to get this to 1 billion, and that'll sooner or later they will have their own self-generating income placeables and so on. But that's on the job list that I have to perform here with service and development, which is basically like the jobs I just showed you at John's. That was a tree-filled area. We took the trees out, we took the stumps out, we cut the grass, we hauled the grass away. We plowed the area. We're going to cultivate the area. We usually cover the area depending on the situation, and then we flatten it. And then when we flatten it, we give the admin the permission, which if you're a leader of a farm, you get admin rights on the server. That's how much we trust you. You have to be doing enough for your farm personally to be classified as an admin for the server. If you can't manage your farm to the point where there's some dedication and some sacrifice in your real life to make this whole channel successful, this whole idea, this whole brand. Basically, Ohana Farms is a farm management company, a fictitious one for Farm Simulator. We're all huge fans of Farm Simulator. We want to show you that. We want to keep playing this game forever and bringing more people to it. So the 1 billion seems hard right now, especially when you're adding, $500,000-$600,000 a day, if that, at this point. But we just need more people, guys. We get more people, this number starts flying. Make sure you check our Discord out, our website, 2nhunger.com. That's our official website, linked with our YouTube as well, or it's about to be. You can hit that LP store up in the right-hand corner, guys, and see what our giveaway system is. You earn giveaways at your own pace here. We also have world events where things happen on your farm and you have no idea what they're going to be. Every single day, something could happen to your farm that costs you $250K, gets you $250, gets you 2 new cows, loses you 15 chickens. Like, you have no idea what's about to happen on your farm, and that's all stuff that should be included in a game like this. It's a simulation game. It should be here, so it's not, and we're trying to bring that to you. So I definitely have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna go now and jump on the service here, and then I'm gonna go down to Big Red, which is Big Red used to be a Super Duty diesel mod. I really liked it, but I didn't like the way it floated in the front end, so that was an issue. So sticking with Ford, and the fact that I'm a service company, this here, it probably works better than a nice shiny dually. So that's basically how I ended up with this right here. Okay, so the road's closed down right here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to silage. I'm going to pick up their ramp. I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to park it right behind that red truck. That white truck that we killed. I'm going to wait for Gaffney or Z to tell me what they want to do as far as replacement goes. Service and development is willing to pay $50K for their loss of their property, and we have an agreement to use each other's equipment anyway, so they don't really need that truck. I'm hoping that they cut me a break for the accident due to the fact that it was a brake chamber problem. Let's see. I want to see if I can also get taxes paid while Nico's on, so sorry for getting sidetracked, and John too. I combined one total for the taxes because the taxes come out of everybody's overhead for right now except for landscaping. That's it. So I guess I have to go into Discord now and figure out what he paid because I was just gonna have one transfer done. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you, Nico. All right, so hey John, can you transfer 100 and from your overhead? Can you send me 103,700?
1037.
Yes, please. Thanks. All right, so that's how that gets paid. Normally, guys, when everything is straight with with income in the game. So, like I said, that 1.2 million is only 300,000 in this game for this department, service and development. They only have, or sorry, city. This is city. Sorry, service and development. They only have 1. They have 1.7 in the game. They don't have that. They have 395,000 and change.
Transferred.
Oh man, I went to the wrong place. That's okay. I thought you already did it. I switched. Can you do it again?
So you need it for city, right?
Yeah, but I switched real quick and then you just hit it. Thanks.
Perfect.
Okay, so everything that these farms have from here to here are all fake numbers just to keep them alive. Like John's farm, if you go to his financial report, which doesn't indicate how hard of a worker he is, so I'm not gonna show it to you. It's bad because of leases and loans and all of that, and that's the hard part of the game. Like you can't. We got to communicate finances back and forth to each other and be engaged with each other, and that brings us closer together as far as like friends go. And in the matter of like a month, I've made better friends playing on this server than I have playing Farm Simulator in the last 5 years. So it doesn't matter where the taxes really come from here, but at the end of the day, when these numbers are all reset to the real account numbers, you'll be transferring from each farm, so it'll be more important then. So when you guys see me just ask John, it's because he's got 9 million he doesn't need.
Correct.
For some reason, I can't pick up my ramp.
Oh, that sucks.
It's my ramp, and I'm at silage, and it won't let me connect to it. Who bought?
I did have a for that, but I don't want to get a copyright strike.
And this is service and development, yeah. Wow. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else and get a ramp. Attaching not allowed. Would you be?
Might have. Oh, I am so lucky I just made it past that.
Do you think you could get in service and development, and I'll give you contract rates, or see if that's maybe the issue?